Hey, what's up guys? So I didn't want to just like start into like vlogs and like makeup tutorials and doing kind of my normal videos without making this one first, because I just want to talk about this topic. Sorry if you can see like a mess here. My cousin is actually staying over at the moment, so he's sleeping in my bedroom, but obviously I sleep in the spare room. You guys probably know that already. So I obviously have a bit of like heartbreaking, sad, upsetting news. It's nothing to do with the baby or anything like that. It's to do with my granddad. I last spoke to you about my grandparents I think maybe 2 weeks ago in my last vlog. It was a while ago, maybe longer ago actually. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, and I was explaining that they were both in hospital at the same time. My granddad sadly has since passed away over a week ago now today, so we had his funeral this day, actually last week. Yeah, I just thought I would let you know before I get back into like vlogging, making videos, just making content that I normally make. I just felt like it needed to be spoken about. I didn't want to continue on myself without just letting you guys know. And I know some of you follow me on Instagram and you may already know this news. Put up a little message on his funeral, the day of his funeral, because I was actually in hospital myself I had to go in and get my scans and stuff done on the baby. It kind of was a blessing in disguise, because I got away from the whole thing of like my granddad passing away and everything. Took my mind off everything and I was in the hospital. But yeah, I did like have like a bit of a breakdown with my mental health nurse, which was actually probably the best nurse to be having a breakdown with, and she was really understandable and very kind. My granddad was 97, so he had a really long life. He passed away just shy of his 98th birthday. He'd be 98 in June. He had a very long life. He had a really fulfilled life. He was really successful. He was incredibly funny, charming, kind, just a really lovely man. He was very artistic. He did a lot of shows and plays. He was in the Gaiety. He was just a performer, and he had a really great stage presence. He was quite a unique man. I've never met anyone like him in my whole entire life. He was a great storyteller. I used to love listening to the stories that he used to tell. Obviously he was born in the 20s. I mean, he was 21 on D-Day, so I mean he's seen a lot in his life. He swam a lot. He was a really great swimmer. He played rugby. He owned his own business, and he was moving baby grand pianos at 75 years of age. Like, he was just a really fit, healthy man. He was just a really great like person, and everybody knew him, everybody knew his face, and everybody kind of said the same thing about him, like what a great character and a lovely person he was. He was all of those things. He was just a really great person. My poor nanny came home from hospital. She got to say goodbye to him. His last few days went really quickly, unfortunately, and then fortunately. I know that sounds really weird. It's kind of like, you know, when things are happening, you wish you could spend more time with a person, but you also don't want them to be suffering or anything like that. He didn't have cancer or anything. He wasn't sick. He was well his whole life. I think he'd been in hospital maybe once his whole life, and then he got pneumonia just at the end of his life, and that's actually what happened. He just got pneumonia. He got over the pneumonia, but you know what? He was tired. That's what he described it to my mum. He just felt tired in his life, I guess. I mean, he's seen so much, and we were even speaking, like myself and Paddy, like all of his friends have passed away. All of his friends. The only people that are left would be my nanny of his age group and his sister, who was also 90. But everybody belonging to him has kind of like passed away, like of that era. And just in the end, he didn't suffer. He wasn't in pain. I think he was on like 2 things of medication at the end. One was an anti-anxiety tablet, and I think the other one was a sleeping tablet that he used to take every single evening. Like, he was so healthy, but it's just his body gave in. He eventually got out of hospital. Thank God we were able to bring him home. But his last 3 days were tough, because it was looking at him kind of deteriorating. Like, he wasn't the man that I remember. And to be honest, I can't actually remember him, even though it was only over a week ago, but I can't remember him in the last kind of phases of his life. I just remember what he was like as my granddad. who was big and like healthy, and he was really tall and grand, and he was just a big personality, just a presence. Like, it's really hard to explain. Obviously with COVID, funerals and removals and stuff were not the way it should be at all. His funeral was really small. Obviously I couldn't attend, only 10 people can go, so he had his 6 children, his wife. I, as the oldest granddaughter, was like, I'm gonna let my cousin Dylan, who's staying here, he lived with my grandparents for years, and I was like, look, I think it's only right that he goes. And then his sister went, and his niece. Anyway, I thought that it would be best to make this video when I kind of composed myself after a week and a half, and been pregnant, you're hormonal anyway, and I was just crying a lot. So I just said that once I was ready to kind of sit down, just explain it to you guys, and I feel better letting you guys know, and for myself. And I don't want to continue making videos without addressing it, because like I said, he's a really important person in my life. And a lot of people say, oh, but they're only grandparents. To me, they're my family. Like, he's a big part of my family, my life, for my whole life. I saw him every day after school. Like, I used to go in with my nanny's after school every single day, and he was a hugely important person to me. So he's not just a grandparent that I saw at Christmas and holidays and stuff. He was a man that I saw lots of, and who taught me things, and who helped pick my name when I was born. Like, he was just a really incredible person. So I will do a proper vlog tomorrow. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, and then I will film like other content and stuff and put it up. But like I said, I just felt it needed to be spoken about. I wanted to talk to you guys about it first. My nanny unfortunately is back in hospital. She's just not doing well, but she's getting the best help, and we're hoping that she'll be home soon. So yeah, thank you so much guys for watching, for listening. I will have vlogs and stuff coming up maybe the rest of the week, but I know I've taken a lot of time off this month. It's just the way the month has happened, just the events that have obviously happened in the month. I've needed to be with my family as much as I can. Like I said, during COVID it's not really possible, but it's just, you know, spending time with the people that you love. And then I've just been doing work and stuff, so I haven't really been up to too much. I'll talk to you all in my next video. I love you guys. Mwah. Bye.